Morning, YouTube. I come to the realization that we enjoy who we are. Meaning we enjoy being servants. We enjoy being the servants of the world. We enjoy being shitted on. We enjoy being the scum of the earth. It might sound sort of harsh, unrealistic. It may even sound foolish coming from me, but I gotta speak it as I see it. And history, our history, confirms what I'm saying. We enjoy being servants of the world. We love serving others to benefit them, to benefit their agendas. But when it comes to serving ourselves, when it comes to serving our very own, that's when we fall apart. That's when we fail. We refuse to serve each other. We refuse that. The only time that we serve one another is where it appears that way. The only time that we serve one another is to serve hate. To serve hate to your brother, to serve hate to your sister. That tells me that we enjoy being at the bottom. We enjoy it most when we rise to a small degree of success. And we can look down on those that's still in the barrel, struggling. We can stunt on them, stunting like my daddy, We can stunt on other Negroes that's slowly rising to the top. Crazy as it may sound, I believe some Negroes get a kick. They get an enjoyment out of that, seeing their own struggle as they rise to the top. Because now they have servants under them. Might sound strange, but it is what it is. The more freedom that a Negro get, the more power he get. He can have his own as his servants. And would treat them less than human beings. Man, you always try to, hear Negroes saying, well, trying to uplift the conscience, trying to uplift the spirits of the so-called Negro by telling them we used to be we kings and queens. We kings and queens. When was this? When did this happen? Was this thousands and thousands of years ago that we once ruled the earth? That our forefathers of old, when they was truly kings and queens? Because I don't see kings and queens of today. All I see is servants. Servants of the world. Servants that remain in bondage. That chooses to be in bondage. That's another thing I've noticed, that we as a unit, or we as a people, we choose this. We choose, or we chose this way of life. This is what we accepted. We like being in bondage. We like being in servitude. We like serving others. We get a pleasure out of serving others. We love to serve others, and we love to oppress ourselves. We keep ourselves down. If we are really, truly the most high chosen people, ain't nothing in this world can hold us down but our own selves. Can't no other race of people hold us down. We can only hold ourselves down and keep ourselves down because we don't believe that we was once kings and queens. We can't. If you truly believe that you was kings and queens, then it seems like we would want to get up off our knees and make others serve us. Only time we get at serving anything is dope and in neighborhoods. Serving each other dope and everything else that's negative. Serving each other bullshit music. Negative music, negative images. It's the only time we're good at serving something. You know, it's like this glorified Kunta Kinte. I am Kunta Kinte. I don't want to be Kunta Kinte. Another glorified, fictitious, negative bullshit. You know, I am Kunta Kinte. This clip that I'm about to play, it confirms what I'm saying in this video. Don't want to be free. We don't want to be free. We like being servants. We like to make other nations look great. And it seemed like in this clip, or in this footage I'm about to show, that if YouTube allowed me to upload it, the only one that wanted to be free was Kunta Kinte. But it was his way of trying to be free that I disagree with. Like I said in my previous video titled, I Am Kunta Kinte, he took a senseless, savage beating. But in the remake of this series, that Kunta took a beating far worse than what this one did. But all of these Negroes standing around just watching. According to this clip, the Negroes outnumbered the Caucasians that's in this clip. But they stood around and watched this man get beat down. They did nothing to aid, nothing to support. They did anything. And this is the crap that I watched as a kid coming up, man, watching this stuff. Brainwashing me into believing that this Caucasian person that's whipping Kunta Kinte is more superior. I mean, why else would other Negroes stand around and watch this go on, you know? We are content on being servants to others. But when it comes to serving ourselves, it ain't gonna happen. Only time we serve anything is negative. Negative images, negative, just negative. serving hate to one another. Now let's get into this video footage.
I want to hear you say your name. Your name is Toby. What's your name? Kunta. Lord God, help that boy.
Now he gonna say, Lord God, help that boy. He asking the Most High. Well, I'm not gonna say the Most High. He's asking his oppressors, God, to help that boy. You mean to tell me all of you Negroes standing around, you can't help him? You can't get him up off that? You can't get that whip off that boy? And then on top of that, you called him a boy. You called him a boy when this grown-ass man was being rebellious because he didn't want to be a part of that system. That's why he was being whipped. He was whipped so he can be conformed, transformed into this new way of life that he wasn't accustomed to. But you saying, please God, help that boy. If anything, Fiddler, you were the boy. Because you loved your master. You loved serving your master. Would have did anything for your master.
They're gonna whip him dead. What's your name? Say it. Toby. Who are you? Say your name. What's your name? Toby. Say it again. Say it louder so they all can hear you. What's your name? Toby.
So he finally gave in. After all the stripes or the strikes that he received to his back, he finally gave in and accepted his slave name. Once again, while the other Negroes stood around and watched him endure infliction because he wanted to be rebellious. This is how Negroes are today. It's no different. Because they love being servants. We love being servants to the oppressor. That's why they didn't have Kunta. That's why they didn't get their man from under that whip. Because they didn't want to be free. Was it about fear? I don't know. When you outnumber your enemy, why should it be about fear? It seems it's more about love and acceptance. You accepted this way of life. And they probably seen Kunta Kinte as a threat to their way of life. So no, we're not going to conform to your way of thinking, Kunta Kinte. You got to accept the way that we live. And I believe that's what happened. This is how Negroes are today. Forever will be until there's a purging or a purge. It's a hard fight trying to break free. It's a hard fight for those that really want to be free. Because those that want to remain servants, making it hard, they will allow you to get beat down. They will allow you to suffer. They will watch you suffer. Dribble, dribble basketball, run a football. You're going to do all types of entertainment to entertain the world, to be servants of the world and make millions. But watch you suffer. That's their way of freedom. To be a servant of another and to live comfortable. Maybe Fiddler and those that watch Kunta Kinte on this plantation, maybe they was comfortable of their way of life. Man, just look at us, man. Just look at these Negroes, man. I mean, everywhere. It's everywhere. Even on YouTube, as I speak right now, the segregation that these Negroes are preaching on YouTube, I mean, it's bad. Negative. Like I said, they're serving other people. You coming on YouTube and you preaching segregation on your own people. Black man this, black woman that, go your own separate way. Leave the black woman alone. Leave the black man alone. Find yourself a Caucasian man or a Caucasian woman. We squirrel and all this other dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? See, this is what stuff like this do. This is what, I'm not even gonna take it there, but it's sickening. For Negroes, man, to want to serve other people, to want to serve the world and refuse to serve themselves. The world might be better off if we decide to get up and serve ourselves and become one. But we refuse to do that because we've been duped into believing that there is no other greater system than the one that we live. This capital system. There's no greater system but this one. This is what we believe. This is the greatest country in the world. That's what they tell you. This is the greatest nation in the world. But yet you got poverty here. You got high crime here. You have hate here. Yeah, you have freedom of speech. Freedom to do negative things. But where's the love? Nothing is great to me if the love isn't there. Look at you hanging there and getting your ass whooped when you are the builder of this great nation. You are the builder of this great nation, but you want to be and remain to be the doormat of this great civilization.